Today, the presenters are going to be myself. My name is Margot and also Lourdes. We are account managers, and we wanted to kind of do this webinar to guide you through the account health, a better understanding of how it works, things to look out for, and what you can expect going forward. So I'm going to leave the floor to Lourdes for the explanation of how the training is going to be splitted and for the first part.
Hello, everyone. In this session, we are going to look at the account health of your Seller Central account. And we are going to guide you through an introduction of the account health page itself and how to maintain a good account health for the best of your use of your Seller Central page. Also, we are going to introduce you on how to escalate your account or async deactivations, which are the main reason why we have to continuously monitor the account health page of Seller Central. Okay, so I think we can kick off with the first part of this presentation. Um, In the screen, you'll see what is the account health dashboard is one of the most important parts of your Seller Central page, and is the part of your account where you have to be monitoring most of the time, because the account health page provides an overview of your selling account and the performance targets and policies required to sell on Amazon. Um, so to ensure that we are delivering a great experience for customers, Amazon can act on these metrics, and if they don't comply with the targets that we have in Amazon. So this page represents everything that we have to take into account to be compliant under Amazon targets, metrics, and policies. And it is very important that our account is always healthy. So you can review your account health and the most relevant information via this account health page. So what are the components of the account health dashboards? What are the key elements? So on the very left side of the page, you will be able to see metrics based on customer service performance. Two main metrics are the order defect rate and the invoice defect rate. These metrics will always need to be set at the target set by Amazon, meaning that the very moment that we are over or under the target, we will see warning signs in the account health dashboard, and it means that an action is required from the side of the seller to be compliant. Um, Also, the order defect rate, as you can see, has also different components. In this case, the order defect rate metric is a mix of other three different metrics. One is the negative feedback of our customers. Another one is the A to Z warranty claims. And then we have chargeback claims. Okay, so these three metrics are the components of the order defect rate, which always will need to be under a 1%. So the very moment that we go over the 1%, we will see a warning in the account health dashboard, and it means that an action is required from us. In this case, it is part of the latest part of the presentation. We will be advised on how to reduce this metric and go back to the good number. In the very middle of the page, we will see the policy compliance part. Um, this is basically the different components for the account health rating, which is the bar that you can see on the top of the box. Um, this part, the policy compliance, is representing ASIN-specific policy violations, meaning that it measures how compliant we are with in the different ASINs that we are selling in our Seller Central account. Every time that we are violating a policy from Amazon, we will see the reference of it in this box. So every now in the example in the slide, everything is at zero, but the very moment that we start accumulating violations, this bar that is green will turn to different colors, meaning different things that we'll explain later on. All right, on the very right side we have last metrics, which are based on delivery performance. The three metrics here, very important, are the late dispatch rate, which has to be under 4%, the cancellation rate, which has to be under 2.5%. This is everything in the account health dashboard itself written, but you can, if you are logged in into your Seller Central, you can perfectly monitor it from there at the moment that I am speaking. And then we have VTR, which at the moment is not active for South Africa, but it will eventually be in the future. Um, I don't know if I've said this before, but if you want to access the account health dashboard in your Seller Central, you have to go to on the menu on the left side to the performance tab. And from there, you will see account health. At the very bottom of the delivery performance, we have another compliance box. This is called Manage Your Compliance, and it helps us submit into our Seller Central account ASIN-specific compliance document requests that we will be needing to sell certain products in Amazon. So it is very important that at all moments this window here is monitored by you, so that in the event that any metric is under performance, is under target, or any warning sign is present for you, you are able to tackle with it at the right time. Okay, Margot, maybe we can go to the next slide, please. All right, I went through this before, but now that it's closer here, I'll explain what each of these metrics means. So the metric ODR, remember it was the one on the left side, is the percentage of orders out of the total with one or more defect order from. This metric always should be under 1%, which is this is the target. It has three different components. What are these components? So the negative feedbacks. So which part of the orders that you've been sending are receiving a negative feedback out of the total orders that you have had. We have the A to Z warranty claims, meaning that if buyers are not satisfied with the delivery time or the product conditions and cannot find a solution with you. If this happens, they can file an A to Z warranty claim with Amazon, and this will be stored. Then we have the chargeback claim, which is similar to the A to Z claim, a warranty claim, except that the credit card issuer processes the claims and makes the decision, not Amazon. And then we have the IDR, which is the invoice defect rate. The target is to be under a 5% for it, and is the percentage of business orders which for which an invoice was not uploaded within one working day after dispatch. Um, so in the case that you want to see a summary of the reports on these metrics that you've had so far, and that are affecting the ODR and IDR metrics, you can click on View Details on the bottom of the box for customer service performance metrics. Okay. For the delivery performance, which was the box on the very right side of the account health dashboard, we mentioned that there were three main metrics affecting the account health score of sellers. In our case, for South Africa, we will take into consideration the two first only, given that the last one is not in place at the moment, but it will be eventually. So the first one is the late dispatch rate, which uh, our target is to have it always under the 4%. The late shipment rate is making reference to all orders with a ship confirmation that is completed after the expected shipped rate as a percentage of total orders over both a 10-day or a 30-day period. And it only applies to seller fulfilled orders. Then we have the pre-fulfillment cancel rate, the CR, which has to be under the 2.5%. It makes obvious reference to the cancellation rate is seller canceled orders as a percentage of total orders during a 7-day time period. Only applies to seller fulfilled orders. And then we have VTR, which is not applying in our case. Margot, can we please go to the next slide? Okay, so the central part of the account health dashboard, which actually could be in the upcoming future of sellers at Amazon from South Africa. One of the parts that you are going to be day to day tackling with, because this is now in the example all at zero, except for an example on restricted product policy violation. But at times it could be that you are tackling with different policy violations at the same time. It is very important because, as you can see, the bar on the top, which is green, it will be reducing score. In the event that the score turns red, account could be deactivated for the seller, meaning that seller will be suspended from all actions in Amazon. So Amazon policies maintain a store that is safe for buyers and fair to sellers. That is why it is very important that sellers at Amazon are compliant at all policies and keep their accounts always at green to ensure the best of the experience for the customer. Violations of these policies may result in a content removal, listing removal, or in the worst of the events, in the account deactivation. Policy violations are grouped by different categories. For example, received intellectual property complaints. Um, we called it account health rating because it's what monitors the account health based on the adherence to Amazon selling policies. So, what it considers the account health rating, which is this a bar on the top, it considers factors such as the number of unresolved policy violations on the account at any given time. Second, the relative severity of those violations. So, not all violations account for the same gravity. And third, the extent to which you positively impact the customer experience via selling activities. Um, Depending on the severity of the violation, the AHR impact might differ. It could be no impact at all, it could be high impact, it could be high repeat violation, or it could even be critical violation. Meaning that according to the impact of the violations present here, a higher number of cumulative violations or a lower number of cumulative violations could mean the deactivation of your selling account. Um, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so let's focus on the bar, the account health rating bar. The AHR bar is a color-coded score that ranges from 0 to 1,000 and measures the, as we said, the health of your selling account. So from 200 points to 1,000, the account will be at green and your account then will be healthy. You are not at risk of deactivation based on the policies comprising the score. If we turn yellow, meaning that we go from 100 to 199, the account is at risk of deactivation. Basically, your account health dashboard is telling you, please check the policy violations because if you receive more violations, you are likely to have a suspension on your account. This will happen when your account turns red, um, from 0 to 99 points. Then you are eligible for deactivation, and or you can automatically be deactivated. As I said before, this is subject to the severity of the violations that you have present in the dashboard. So um, then I will make impact on the last point, um, because we have gone through the first one. So the account health the account health rating indicates your account is at risk of deactivation due to non-compliance. To ensure the account health is evaluated in the context of the size of the business, points are also granted when a minimum number of orders are filled, meaning that this will start moving, and your account health dashboard will start having numbers as with the time that you are fulfilling orders. um, all new sellers start with a score of 200. This is very important, and over time they will see that the score accurately reflects their account health based on policy adherence on selling activities over the last 180 days. Regardless of the account health rating score, Amazon may deactivate the account immediately if fraudulent, deceptive, illegal, or otherwise harmful activities is taking place. This is very important. So a deactivation will not only happen if your account turns red, but if Amazon detects any activity from the seller side that could be meaning a fraudulent action, deceptive, or illegal. Um, in the event that happens, obviously you will receive a communication and you will apply accordingly for the activation of the account. So, how to maintain a good account health? Margot, do you want to do this part?
Yes, I can do this. Thank you, Lourdes, for giving an overview of the account health. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna continue with this. So now that we looked at the different components, we should have a look at how to maintain a good account health. So to guide you, I wanted to explain four different steps that we normally advise you to do. So first, of course, it's you need to make sure that you maintain a high customer service and deliver performance. So that is actually the rates that we were talking before about. Important to make sure that you respect them, that you're within the rates that Amazon asks, and that you reply to customer problems and you are active with customer service in general. Second steps that we always suggest is also to regularly review the performance notifications. Those ones are able to be found in the performance section of the Seller Central menu under performance notification, but we're gonna go look at it more specifically. Third point, very important, is to remember to appeal all policy violation in a timely manner. So it is very important for you to appeal, giving the right documents are asked as soon as you see that the violation appears, to not wait. Um, Sometimes we sellers tend to wait if maybe the agent in question it's not of super big importance, but we always ask you to do it because it can have an impact on your account health. So even if sometimes it's not the urgency, you still are encouraged to do it. Step four, of course, is to leverage the account health support. So this is a team that it's as Lourdes explained, can be contacted through the yellow button, contact me now or call me now, depending on where you the marketplace. And you can ask to the support every question that is related to account health or in general agents enforcement or account enforcement. So what does it look like when we have an account health that is not really healthy or it has some problems present. There are some warning signals that you can see. The first one, of course, it's an account health warning banner, usually present at the top of the account health dashboard, asking you to address the policy violations. Another signal, as Lourdes also was explaining, is the presence of a bad or low score and the color corresponding to it. In this case, we have an account that is at risk with a score of 192. Under it, you can see all the flagged policy violations. So, example, for suspected intellectual property violation, we have 6 violations. That means that we have 6 ASINs involved in these policy violations. Again, same for food and product safety issues. We have 27. There you can click on the specific policy violation and another a page should open with all the ASINs concerned, but we're going to have a look at it in the next slide. For example, other flags could be related to the customer service performance. On the left example here, or the defect rate exceeding the performance thresholds. So we have 1.46 over the 1% that Amazon requires. Um, and the final signal also can be found in the main account health. Well, when you enter Seller Central in the main page, you usually can see, you can have an overview of all the account health on all your marketplaces. So here you can have an overview of all the marketplaces that need some attention and the ones that are healthy. Usually very important to have a look also to know in general how your account is doing in all the marketplaces. So we were talking about the performance notifications, which was a very important aspect of maintaining good account health. Those can be found when you go in the menu and you go into the performance and then performance notifications. So basically, those notifications, they usually cover the past 365 days. They normally contain very relevant information about ASIN suppressions, account blocks, but also any type of communication Amazon may want to have with you concerning anything related to your account. An example of notification here, you can see that we have Amazon informing that you need to address the violation, and to address the violation, you need to provide 3 type of documents. So we have either a letter of authorization or an invoice or a proof to own copyright content. In this case, is related to intellectual property, but all the notifications are tailored according to the policy violations you are actually trying to appeal or understand. Normally, the notifications is sent on the same date of the warning on the account health dashboard. However, it can be sent one day before, one day after. So you may just have a look at, in general, at the time range where the policy violation happened. Sometimes they don't Amazon don't send doesn't send a performance notification. It is rare, but it can happen, and in this case you can definitely call the account health support to ask more information. um, yes, sometimes they can also suggest you to send the documentation in the account health dashboard, but sometimes they provide you an email where you can send the documentation directly to. Okay, so what is kind of the overview we see when we have an ASIN blocked. So as I said, you have the policy compliance. If you click into view all, you can have a general view of all the ASINs enforced. So here it's an example. On the left side, you can find additional information about the policy violation. So we have here restricted product, then we have trademark logo misuse, again, trademark logo misuse for another brand. You can click on view details if this allows for to receive more additional information. On the right, you have the date where the violation occurred. Of course, after you have the ASIN, the title, to identify what is the product enforced. And also we have the action taken. So sometimes the listings are removed, but sometimes they are at risk of removal. In this case, you don't see it, but it can happen. Listing at risk of removal means that listing is still sellable, it's active, but it needs to be handled, it needs to be appealed still. So this time is very important for you to you need to leverage the time that Amazon gives you when the listing is at risk of removal so that you can avoid having the listing removed. After the account health rating impact, on the right you see the different type of impact it can have. We have no impact, we have high, with a high repeat violation, meaning that it is not the first time that you make such violation. We also have medium, low impact, it's not shown, and we also have critical impact. For each ASIN, as you can see, you can submit an appeal. So if you click in the appeal button, you're gonna you're gonna land into another page where you're normally gonna receive more information concerning the documentation to provide, or any explanation or any proof you may need to send to Amazon to resolve this violation. Sometimes they could also require you to edit the listings, and you can also do so by clicking on the button. If you have any questions related to what documents to provide, or if you already provided the documentation and Amazon replied that it's impossible to reactivate the ASIN and you want to understand why, you can always contact, as we said, the account health support via the contact us button. So concerning account deactivation, we actually also have two types. Um, the most basic one, it's when you have an account deactivation because of a certain violation that you may have done, and you have the possibility to appeal. It normally shows in a form of a banner. It's also very visible in the account. When you enter, you have a red banner and a red notification showing that the account is deactivated. um, so basically, you can appeal it through the submit new information button. You can provide the documentation required. You can also, of course, ask the account has support to guide you through this appeal, and you can find more information concerning your account your account deactivation on the performance notification. In some cases, the account cannot be appealed or appears in a banner um, showing that explaining that you need to address your policy violation. This means that your account it's enforced because of low AHR score. This cannot be appealed with the submission of document. This is related to many of the policy violation present in your account, and this has to be handled ASIN by ASIN. um, you would understand that your account is blocked because of AHR score when you go into your account health dashboard and there is a banner explaining that you need to address policy violation, and you don't have the opportunity to submit an appeal for the account. So in this case, you need to address your violation, or at least all the violations that have a high impact, so that you can try to reactivate your account by um, gaining a better gaining points and hiring your score. So when you contact the account health support, what actually happens? So we always kind of say to suggest you to request their support whenever you are in a position where you don't understand what is going on, or you feel that you need more information, because they are a team that it's dedicated to educating you and to guiding you through the account health. So basically, what we say is that you normally click on contact us button that is present in the account health dashboard. When you click on contact, it opens it opens a template in which you can put a short description. um, Please make sure to mention all the ASINs, the marketplaces, anything information related to the problem that you wish to have assistance, so that then it is clear for the team how to help you, and they can prepare, I mean, anything they should prepare for you. You need after to insert your phone number, so make sure that the phone number is it's the same as the emergency contact number in your seller central, because um, I mean, here in this case, you can put whatever number, but sometimes the account has support do proactive calls. So they call you to maybe warn you about something that has been going on in your account, or an agent that is at risk. And they usually use the emergency notification, well, the number that you put inside the emergency notification. So that is why always make sure that you have the same number, and it's updated. Otherwise, you can just edit it and put in the new phone number that you use. So what is actually under the scope of the account health, it's anything related to performance defects, listing deactivation, policy violation. You can learn how to improve also your customer service. You can ask question on shipping performance metric, and exactly, and you can request information to avoid the deactivation of the account. A small tip is that every time you contact AHS and you actually do a call and you close, um, the call normally generates a case that can be found in your case log. This case has an ID number, and this ID number can be relevant for some internal team. Sometimes you contact the support team that can be contacted through Seller Central, and they may ask you for a number. You can provide the case ID saying this is the case ID number for which we call the account health specialist, account health support, and they did not provide help, or they asked us to do this but it didn't work. So when you talk to other teams in internally at Amazon, this case ID can be important. So you always want to look out for it. Also, the account health support can follow up by sending additional details with performance notification. Um, okay, so finally, we understood how to maintain good account health. I wanted to just quickly have a look at how to escalate. What is the standard appeal path that you should follow? So basically, we have four steps. First, we identify a deactivation, either of an ASIN or the account. Second step we do is to leverage the account as support. So in the case the reason of the activation it's unclear, we contact the account as support and we ask for more guidance. They can also be contacted before submitting the appeal. We highly recommend this because they might give you suggestions on documentation to use. Third step, you review the account health dashboard, the performance notification, warning, anything. You submit an appeal via the requested path, and then you provide all the requested documents and you follow all the instructions provided. So certificates, changes of product detail page, if you need to upload an image, if you need to provide a certification of brand right to sell. If this fails, you can leverage again the account and support and ask for indication on how to improve your escalation, well, your appeal. Um, yes, so that would be all for our training. I wanted now to give more some time for us to go through the questions that you might have. So if Lourdes, I don't know if you can go have a look at the questions and see if we can ask to some of them so that we can cover some doubts.
We have a question on if an invoice needs to be provided for each sale or only when it is requested by customer for the invoice defect rate.
Um, so invoices should be provided for each sale. It it doesn't need to be asked. It is something that you need to provide for every sale you do,
Mhm.
because it is based on the total of the orders, the percentage. So meaning that you need to do it for every order so that the rate gets calculated as it should.
Exactly. Then for the negative reviews, the 1%, is
Mhm.
it is it for all sales made, or is it for a specific amount of items sold? It is for a period of time.
Yeah, no, yes, it is for all sales done. It's a percentage calculated over the overall
Uh,
orders.
uh, um, of negative reviews, then is for all.
Yes, it is for all the
Okay.
orders.
Yes. Negative review for all the orders. Then we have another question related to account health. Then they are asking if the session is going to be recorded.
Yes,
Um,
the session is
is
recorded.
recorded and will be updated on uploaded into Seller University.
Yes, it will be available for you.
Um, mm, mm, how do you increase your account health? I think this is a question answered on the second part of the presentation. So by maintaining a good account health, making sure that all the warning signs in the account health dashboard are covered by you, so you are tackling them, you will ensure a good account health um, by appealing to the different violations that you have, or the metrics where you are under target and Amazon is telling you, hey, you have to look at this metric, and in order to improve it, you will have um, to appeal submitting this document. All the communications are done through the performance notification tab. Let me see if there is another question related to account health. Um, do returns affect my account health, Margot?
Um, it should not, meaning that if you handle it with the customer and like the refunds are being done as they should, and communication works, and
Mhm.
everything is flowing, it shouldn't have a negative impact since it is a normal part of the of the commerce. Returns can have an impact whenever there is problems concerning reimbursements, customer communication.
Yeah. I'll also add there that remember that on the left side of the account health dashboard, we have the one of the ODR components is the A to Z claims, where
Mhm.
Amazon stores all the cases, seller customer, where the communication didn't flow, and there wasn't a good customer experience, maybe on the return experience. So this is where returns can make an impact on your account health. But again, you can monitor these ones from the account health dashboard, and in case you are requested to provide an appealing document, you can click on view details, and you will have the option to download a report where a specification on why your metric happens to be under the target. um, why is it, like on the specific details or of the orders or the sales.
So yeah, we hope we gave a good overview of the account health dashboard. If you wish to understand more, feel free to provide feedback, and we could also we should try to create new trainings for you so that you feel confident.